It's windy here in Hyderabad today, but there's a much bigger storm brewing far away in transatlantic politics. The US president has set his eyes on Greenland, and this time the danger of an acquisition feels uncomfortably real, especially after the Venezuela ordeal. So, in this video, we'll try to understand what's happening. To give you some quick background, Greenland is the world's largest island, mostly ice, sparsely populated, and controlled by Denmark. Since Denmark is a NATO member, so Greenland by default comes under the NATO security architecture. And here's the thing, American interest in Greenland isn't new. From the Cold War through the first presidency of Trump, there have been multiple attempts to bring Greenland under US control. None have succeeded so far. So, why does Trump want Greenland now? First, resources. Out of the 34 minerals that are globally classified as critical raw minerals, Greenland holds 25. These are essential for electric vehicles, defense technologies, turbines, batteries, etc. Greenland also has unproven yet significant reserves of oil and gas. Currently, the extraction of these resources is banned in Greenland for environmental reasons, but global warming can make these resources accessible in future. The second and stronger reason is national security. You see, the shortest route between Europe and the US passes through the Arctic, and Greenland sits right in the middle of it. So, this makes it strategically vital for missile early warning systems and monitoring the Russian activity. In fact, Pitufik Space Base is already operated in Greenland by the US since the Second World War. And it monitors for missiles. So, also, it is important to note that Trump's thinking here draws down from the old Monroe Doctrine of 1823. Basically, the idea that America gets to decide what happens in its backyard. And for Trump, Greenland is in the backyard. So, what options does Trump have now? He talks about an easy way and a hard way. White House officials have also not shied away from hinting at the use of the military. That is the hard way. But it is a highly unlikely event for two reasons. First, the NATO alliance would be completely obliterated, and the second one is that Trump will need congressional approval for it, which is off limits. What's the easy way? Buying the territory. There have been talks of paying Greenland's residents directly an amount which totals up to $6 billion. But both Greenland and Denmark have made it very clear Greenland is not for sale. So that leaves diplomacy, the most realistic path. This could mean expanding the US military presence or negotiating an arrangement similar to the Compact of Free Association, which the US has already with some countries like the Micronesia, Marshall Islands, and Palau, where the US provides services and in return gets trade advantages and military access. This could be pursued through incentives, pressure, or even sanctions. For a place that's 80% ice, Greenland sure is finding itself in some very hot water.